So, if you're wondering why I am on this side of the thing instead of the other side like I normally am, is because I'm going to try to do something a little bit different with the editing. And instead of just having this up on the screen, I'm going to have I'm going to enlarge my camera, and then I'm going to put these. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. Basically, I'm doing it this way in order to try something new with this kind of format, so it's not just you guys staring at the browser for X amount of time. Anyway, so I ended up making a post as of filming this 7 days ago, asking you guys, uh, since the Huntress and the Clown buffs have been out for about a month, what do we think of them? Overtuned, just right, or not enough? And the reason I ask this is because ever since the buffs to the base kit ammo of these, I have had what is essentially some of the worst time playing against these killers. Clown is ridiculous. It basically with against Clown, it feels like nothing you do is ever enough because he can just spam the hindered bottle and you're not going anywhere. You are dead. You are going to take a hit. Even trying to like loop him and like stay on like other side of safe pallets and stuff doesn't seem to be enough. It just feels really bad to play against. And I also hate the Huntress buffs because holy shit, all she's got to do is spam hatchets now. Like, yeah, she still needs to have precision, but like her zoning potential feels like it doubled with those 2 additional hatchets. And I just feel like both of them feel kind of bad to play against now. And playing as them, the Clown is definitely easier. The Huntress doesn't feel easier, but the Clown's definitely easier. So I don't know. If for me, I don't like them. I don't like the changes. As far as the add-on changes, both of those were stupid. I get why they got rid of the extra ammo add-ons. I just think slapping haste on everything is getting kind of fucking annoying. And I'm probably going to have to make a video on that. I think I actually have a video on that in my Google Doc. Oops. Anyway, so let's jump in. As always, what I do is I sort my comments from newest first, and then I go to the bottom and I read them up. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you guys have to say. Now, this is the kind of subject where I'll probably get a lot of the same responses. So let's take a look. In my opinion, Huntress was fine strength-wise. That is true. And now that she got buffed, she is still fine strength-wise. I think... See, the change was not needed, and I would have preferred if they used the time to work on other things. It felt like they changed her for the sake of changing her. I agree. For Clown, I think he's fine now, but I really think... I didn't really think about him enough pre-buff to judge. So, again, I think Clown is much stronger than he used to be and much more unfun and frustrating to face. For Huntress, I don't agree she's fine. I think she, and I hate this word because people use it with Billy all the time, but I think she is honestly overtuned now. I think 7 hatches base is way too fucking much. 5 was a magic number. It was a good number. And the fact that it took, an add-on to get you to 7 was great. So, yeah, I definitely am not a big fan of it. Some dude says the change to Clown is okay. Again, I don't agree. But change the Huntress was unneeded. And this is another thing, like, this is another common sentiment. This is another common sentiment where it wasn't needed. It just wasn't fucking needed. Like, why? You know what I mean? Nobody asked for this. Who asked for this? I asked for this? No one asked for this. Not a single Huntress main I know asked for this. Nobody asked for that shit. And they just did it. Like, no one was asking for Huntress to be buffed. Bennett says, as a former Clown main, the changes feel nice, and I've seen more add-on builds from other Clown players. Doesn't seem too strong. Huntress, I think, is fine, but still not sure why she got the changes. So, yeah, this is a common sentiment. This is a common sentiment among a lot of us. Rick says, Clown add-ons fine, mostly balance and welcome. Hate augmentation organically fits his kit. Yeah, okay, I can agree with this part. I don't agree with this part, but I can agree with this part, the second part. It fits his kit. Why is the cinnamon why in why in the cinnamon toast frick? You can say fuck, by the way, we're on the internet. Did we give her haste add-ons? Borderline pointless jars with her identity, I agree. Could easily be made to do something that actually takes creative thought. I'll take weak over nonsensical. Please rework them in the PTB because it feels like the equivalent of handing out antibiotics for the flu. Both reworks that don't concern these recent add-on things make sense. I'm not opposed. I don't see why Huntress taken priority. Again, this is such a common sentiment where Huntress didn't need to be changed, and we did it anyway for some fucking reason. But I also agree with the haste for Huntress being like bad for the add-ons. I'm gonna make a video. I don't have it written down yet, but I think I'm gonna actually script that one about add-on design in general in the game and what I feel needs to be changed. So give me a little bit on that. But the basics of it is that I hate number buffs. I hate number buffs. I think status effects are okay, but a little bit overused. I prefer add-ons that either fundamentally change how the power works, like Doctor's thing that makes the shock change shape, or the shock like spread infection, or things that are like bonus effects. So like if Huntress had an add-on that like made her hatchets break pallets or something like that, I think that'd be kind of cool. Masm says, so from my experience, neither of the killers are insanely stronger from these buffs. I think Clown is insanely stronger, but it's kind of stronger that can be annoying. Not a powerful annoying, just I dodge what used to be all of their throwables, and now I'm rewarded by having to dodge even more. This feels especially bad with Huntress. Where, you know, you used to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you knew you had time, but now it's like, oh, I've dodged 5 hatchets. I've now been corralled into a dead zone in the time it took her to throw those 5 hatchets, and now she has 2 more, and I'm dead. Then you say Clown isn't stronger, but weaker, or stronger or weaker. He's just less fun. I think he's definitely stronger. Spams bottles till he has you. Yep, that's my problem. When he only had 4, I saw most clowns using them wisely. Exactly. Chaining a haste bottle. Yeah. Exactly. See, there's Clown became a bit more brainless with the changes, at least in my opinion. It's kind of there's not as much thought. Scrap says, was it needed? No. Is it welcome and allows more use of other add-ons? Hell yes. Clown, maybe. Huntress, I don't agree. That's a name. Huntress has such a high skill ceiling. I think the rework allows players to not rely on just ore reading builds as much because she's not reloading every 5 hatchets. I also think it encourages more use of her add-ons that wouldn't have been seen before, like blindness hat. You're not using blindness hatchets. I believe me, you're just not. That's just my personal opinion. And then they go on to compliment my channel, which I greatly appreciate. Huntresses didn't do ore reading builds because they relied on them. They did them because it is the most fun way to play Huntress. You can put a Jin kicking build on Huntress. You can put a slowdown build on Huntress. You can put a haste build on Huntress. The most fun way to play Huntress is with aura reading. Rabbit, I feel like they want to bring back how OG Huntress felt. I can't talk on that. I did not play for OG Huntress. And I don't blame them for that. OG Huntress was a monster, so I kind of respect the changes. I still have mixed feelings about the clown changes, and that's because I suck terribly at actually looping clown. And you know what? That's probably part of my problem, too, is that I just don't know how to loop clown. I might have to hit up Aeronod and see if he's got a guide on looping clown, especially with spam clown. Slade says, as someone who plays both killers regularly, I really feel behavior screwed the pooch on this one. The games I play as either killer just feel way too easy now because there's no risk to playing the killer. To me, 5 hatchet and 4 bottles was enough. Both these killers don't even feel fun anymore when they are this overtuned. In my own experience of playing both, the problem with both killers wasn't how much hatchets bottles they had, it was how unbalanced the maps were. Yeah. Like, a big part of Huntress's problem is a big part of a lot of killers' problems with his just collision. Watching your hatchets break on thin air never feels good. A part of Clown's problem is that he's just an M1 killer. And therefore, he suffers from a lot of the same problems every M1 killer suffers from. But now with 6 bottles, he just throws a whole bunch of them and then he's just up in your asshole. And what are you going to do about it? Answer is absolutely nothing. Durko says, as someone who enjoys Clown a lot, his buff shot him up from like a middle C to... Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Clown, completely fine. Good, in fact. I don't agree. I'm happy he was finally given the attention he deserves. Did he need it, though? I think the buffs to his yellow bottle was fine. I don't think the ammo buffs were needed. Huntress, completely unnecessary. Again, this is such a common conception. I wonder how many people are going to say it. We only have a few more comments to look at, and then we'll do like some conclusion stuff, I think. Huntress was very tough for me, but tough for me at first, but after the buff, I went on approximately winning streak, 20 wins. Jesus. Interesting. That's very interesting. You weren't good with Huntress, and then 7 hatchets, and you went on a 20 win streak. That's interesting to think about. If they were going to give Huntress 7 base hatchets, then fine, they do them. I honestly don't see why, but if so, they insist, so be it. I seriously failed to see the haste changes. Again, I agree. Do I understand why they removed her having 10 damn hatchets? Yes, of course. But why haste? Exactly. Imagine an add-on that can let a Huntress stop a hatchet mid-air and just have it pile drive downwards. Huh. I actually like that idea. Like, you could just, like, force the arc to drop. I wouldn't like something that made it, like, stop dead air and then just, like fall straight down. But I would like, I think an add-on where you could, like, press control and have it, like, become heavier in a sense to where its arc fall off is steeper would be kind of neato. That would add a lot of skill expression. Make it happen, behavior. Huntress did not need 7 hatchets. I agree. They only did it to baby bitch player. So the baby bitch player, I don't think that's why they did it. That's a very bold assertion. Because I've never heard a single person complain that Huntress needs more hatchets. So I think you kind of just invented that. As for the Clown changes, I don't play Clown enough to be a solid opinion, but it's all right. The buffs to bottles. Nerf to the blur when slowed is a nice balance. I agree with that last part. Still don't think 6 bottles was necessary. And then Wizard says, I don't know if the Clown buffs were too much or too little, but the Huntress didn't need anything. Dying, I think you meant do to her. Wait. We have characters like Freddy, Ghosty, Trapper, Myers. Yeah. So the general consensus seems to be Huntress changes weren't needed. Nobody seems to know why, except for that one person who assumed, and assumed quite wrongly, I might add. Nobody seems to know why the Huntress changes came through. It seems I'm in the minority when it comes to thinking that the Clown ammo changes were too much. Clown add-on changes, I agree, are fine. Most people seem to agree those are fine. The yellow bottle changes, most people seem to agree those are fine, including myself. And then everybody seems to agree that the Huntress getting haste add-ons was stupid. So, in general, looks like me and the community pretty much agree on this. Now, granted, I only got 15 comments about it, but hey, I didn't expect to get a lot on that community post in particular. But you guys always try to keep an eye out for the community post. I do something like that probably about once to twice a month. And sometimes if I'm feeling really feisty, I'll do it like 3 or 4 times in a month. And by feisty, I mean fucking lazy. But so yeah, just keep an eye out on that. I do post those very often. But of course, let me know what you think down below. And as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.